Hey everyone, welcome back to the gaming channel. I'm King Keekster McSwags, and today I filmed a little bit of Asphalt 8. So if you don't know, Asphalt 8 is a free racing game that's available on iOS and Android, and it's, like I mentioned, it's free, so I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But I'll be commentating, sorry, as this video goes, because I recorded it and then I took out the audio and I'm voicing over in iMovie. So I guess we'll see how this works. This is the first time I've done this. So yeah, the race was a Zurich, or however you pronounce that. Countdown. And there won't be any sound effects of the cars, since I took out the original audio and I'm just recording with my voice. So up at the top of the screen, right under the top speed, if you've never seen this game before, is the nitro bar, and it essentially gives you a little bit of a speed boost. It varies by vehicle, and you can also upgrade it. I'd suggest checking out this game yourself, and as the video is going on, I want to mention that this was not sponsored by Gameloft, the developers of this game, although that would be pretty cool. The car I'm using is the Alfa Romeo 8C Competizone or something like that, as you saw before. And this is on the Mastery area, I'm pretty sure. Which is kind of like a subsection of the game with more races. And you'll see why I'm doing these races later. Because on the main page, when this thing was starting up, you'll see that I did have all the stars in the race that you can get. I also think it would be a good idea to mention that I do not have a script in front of me, so if you hear me like mumbling or a little bit, it's because there's nothing that I'm reading off of. I'm just completely winging this. Oh, and those canisters, like the one I just drove through, the gold one gives you half of a nitro bar and the blue ones give you a quarter. And then knocking down obstacles gives you a little bit of a boost, whereas knocking down other vehicles gives you, I think, a quarter of the nitro tank. And I got first, as usual, because I'm just good at it. I don't know. So you'll see those things on the right next to the rewards, and it just shows how you got all the credits down in the lower left-hand corner by the total. It shows, yeah, how you got them in the race. And if there are any unnecessary loading screens like this, I will trim them out later. This car, the Ferrari 458 Italia, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, is probably one of my favorite cars in the game right now. It's better than the best car I have. Oh, actually, I recently got a new car in the game, so I'm not sure about that. I'd have to look. But this is probably one of my favorite cars, and this is my favorite track to race on. So this is the Nevada track. I don't recall if it's the Nevada reverse or if it's the forward one, but there are multiple different versions of it. There's like reverse, and then there are other different categories for it. So in this game, if you don't like miles per hour, if you're from, I shouldn't say if you don't like miles per hour, but if you don't use miles per hour in your area, as you can see up by the top speed, it can be changed to kilometers per hour. That's actually what the default is when you first download the game. And there are multiple different options you can choose. Like you can turn off, there's this thing called the knockdown camera, which I will not be showing because I prefer not to use it. It's essentially whenever you knock down an AI car, which means whenever you like hit them, it just moves to a different camera angle. So it kind of gets annoying when you're trying to race, especially when you're like going around a turn. Then it could mess you up. Like a turn right here, it would just switch to a different camera angle. Not like the camera angle I have set. I'm pretty sure the current camera angle I was using when I was recording this was the action one. Don't quote me on that though. I'll try to remember to bring that up in my next recording of Asphalt 8. And just so you guys know, I've been playing this for probably a year now. I'm not sure. So don't think that you can. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but don't think that you can get this good this quickly, or like really quickly. It takes a lot of practice to do that. Yeah, this game can be pretty hard to master, and some of the cars are pretty expensive. I'm not sure if it's shown in the recording or not, but they're pretty expensive. Like one I can think of off the top of my head that was on a sale when I was recording this. Today is Monday, May 29th, 2017. But anyways, there was a sale going on at the time of me recording this, and there was a car on sale for 1,800,000 credits, in-game credits. You can see them up at the top of the screen. They're like the gold thing with a little C in it, and the blue ones with I think a letter A in them are tokens. So right now I'm just scrolling through the mastery section, or not mastery, max season thing. Sorry, I know I thought I mentioned mastery section earlier, but that's not what it is. It's the max stuff, season 9 and beyond. So at the bottom of the screen you can see like these little dots, and they're kind of seasons. The big one on the way left you unlock after a while, but then the one that's right next to it is the first one that you unlock in the game. That Audi R8 e-tron is the second worst car in the game, as far as I know. So this race is in Dubai. If you don't know, Dubai is a city that I think is in Saudi Arabia. Don't quote me on that. I don't know my geography all that well, obviously. But like I mentioned earlier, this is, as far as I know, the second worst car in the game, with only top speed of 135/136 miles per hour, top nitro speed of 171. So it's not the best car in the game. However, you do need to buy it in order to complete the game, which I have not done yet. I'm still way far off from doing that. It'll probably take me at least another year to do that. I personally, Dubai is probably not one of my favorite maps, or it's nowhere near one of my favorite maps. It's like ranked in the middle because of this turn right here mostly. I usually wreck right there in that corner. Like when I'm going in a faster car that's going like 200 some miles per hour, it's really hard to get around that corner and go on this part of the track. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, that barrel roll ramp is not usually there because there are different tracks to a single city, to a single map. There are different ways that you can race around it. I don't really know how to explain that much better. Do I even English? I don't think I English. But after this, I think I do another 2 races. No, I think I do one more race after this with a Dodge Dart GT, and then I do a little spending spree. So stay tuned if you want to see what I spend my newly earned credits on. And again, I finish in first place, even though this is a really bad car. I don't go through the upgrading system at all. I'll be doing like a tutorial kind of a video later on. Sometime this week, next month. I don't know. Actually, next week is next month, so yeah. I will hopefully be doing a tutorial video sometime though. And if you've just seen this channel and you've not seen my other channel is just a channel where I do random stuff. I've taken apart a few devices. That's really the highlight of my channel. I mostly focus on tech stuff, although I did kind of do a vlog style video not too long ago. Just the weekend of the 20th and 21st. Saturday the 20th and Sunday the 21st. We went to Minnesota and I filmed that. So yeah, that vlog is up on my other channel. I'll leave that link to that in the description. And on my other channel, I'll also be giving a shout out to this channel, so hopefully I'll get some people watching this video. Because as of the last time I looked at my channel, I didn't have any subscribers. Sniff, sniff. Okay, so this race is in the Alps, and the Alps are in Switzerland, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can see the Switzerland behind the dart. Oh, and I didn't mention this earlier, but I try to go on the fastest routes possible on all of these maps. So I guess this is kind of like a tutorial to the maps videos. Like a mapping video or something. I don't know how to explain that really. So yeah, there are different routes. As you can see, you could turn left or you can go straight like I did. I think this is the fastest way though, so. That barrel roll ramp, I should have done a barrel roll off of, although it's really, really hard to, because I think of the angle it's at, and you don't like manually make yourself do a barrel roll or a flat spin. Flat spins when you go off of that flat ramp like I did in the beginning of this race. And there's also one up ahead. Dang it, what was I going to say? I forgot, of course, right? Oh, and I should probably mention that this Dodge Dart GT is the first car you get when you start the game, and it is the worst car in the game even when maximum upgraded and with all the pro kits on. If you don't know what those words are, I do not go over it in this video, I'm sorry. However, I will be going over it in another video if I make my tutorial video. And when you first install this game, there is a tutorial that's automatically launched when you first open it, so don't worry about that. And if you do uninstall this game, if you want to take a break from it, if you uninstall it from your device, at least on my iPod, it has brought my cloud saving storage back, and it does upload records like you just saw onto their cloud or whatever, and then your friends can race against it, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Those cars that are displayed with a little tip across the bottom are a McLaren. I'm not sure exactly which one, but all I know is they're a McLaren, and they were featured recently in an event on this game. So in the game, you can kind of see in the middle of the bottom, there are like events, and those are some things where you can unlock cars like this. So this is the car that I spent the newly earned credits on. It's an S-Class car. As you can see, there's D, C, B, A, and S, from worst to best. And so far, this is the best S-Class car I have. I also have the worst one of the S-Class, which is the Lamborghini Veneno. I do not know how to pronounce that. Excuse me. But, so I'm just going to go through the paints, and then after that, the video will be over. You won't miss anything special if you want to leave right now. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you liked this video, and comment down below if there are any other mobile games that you want me to play, or PC games. And try to keep them free for the time being, because I'm not making money off of YouTube, so I'd rather not have to pay for any games. The only game that I play that I have that's paid is Minecraft PE. So maybe I'll be recording a little bit of that later on. Well, yeah, and this end of the video, so have a great day.